ask you about tonight. The starting lineup has looked pretty clean, it seems like, so far. Just what's kind of clicked from an energy standpoint for you guys as a group?
I think that we're moving the ball well. I think that obviously our starting lineup does a pretty good job on offense. I think our focus has been more on defense. I think we've done a pretty good job, but the defense is new for us. There's a lot of new concepts, a lot of new actions. So we've been good up to this point. Obviously, we're not too worried about the offense. Just got to focus on the defensive side of the ball.
Has that been fun for you guys as a group, like trying to figure out some of just the zone cohesion stuff, some of the things like
defense?
That?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about fun. I don't think fun's the word, but it's been good. Like, I think we're throwing different things. We have a lot of different lineups that we can throw at people, but I think the zone was so good for us in the playoffs. You know, it was a different look. So it is fun sometimes, you know, when you've been picking up and touching people in man all game, and you get to fall back in the zone that's still active, you're still moving. Sometimes it's a little easier, just a different look to throw at people.
What have you seen from Jamal, just the way he's moving?
I mean, I think he looks great on the court. I think that his attitude and just the way he's approached this summer has been really, really cool to watch. I mean, just every day he comes in, smile on his face, you know, works, and he's always been a worker, but he's talking, he's active. When we get that Jamal every day, obviously tonight, you know, he was pretty much perfect, and I think he's been moving really well on defense. So, you know, this Jamal for us is really good for us, and I think when Jamal plays at this level, we're obviously at our best.
Was there anything specific from the summer that he did that kind of set it off for you, that he might have elevated a bit?
No, I think that, like I said, I think he's always been a worker. I think that's who he is. But I think that his work he's done, you know, in front of us and with us, and he's really included guys in what he's doing. He's, you know, bringing guys along with him, and I think that maybe was the biggest difference I've seen. He always has done his work. Sometimes he's done it by himself, and I think that this year he's included everybody in whatever he was doing. He's grabbing guys and pulling them to work out with them in training camp, and you know, doing those things. Like I said, just his approach every night has been really, really cool to watch, and obviously it's showing in this game.
What have you appreciated about Cam as that kind of savvy newcomer joining this very free-flowing, cerebral team? Like, what has he brought so far that you've liked?
I think he's a really good dude. First and foremost, it's fun to be around, and that's, you know, kind of how this locker room's always been. So he fits right in personality-wise, and then on the court, he's just he does everything that, you know, that we do. He plays Nuggets basketball, shoots the ball really, really well, moves the ball at a high level. He's smart, so he just fits perfect. I mean, you probably can't find a better player or a better fit, you know, with this team. Like I said, personality-wise, and just how he plays the game and the way he approaches the game. He's a worker first, and I think that his work ethic is really impressive, and I think he just fits perfectly on both sides of the ball. I don't think we've seen Cam's best yet, and he was pretty damn good tonight. So I'm really excited for him. I think he's going to have, you know, maybe the best year of his career this year.
You had quite a few assists tonight above your normal average. Do you think it's more towards these new players, or is this something you worked on this offseason?
I think that, you know, any given night with this team, I think that we're just trying to go to the open man. I think that we've always kind of had that approach. I think that, you know, tonight the ball ended up in my hands, and I made a couple of plays, but you know, like I said, I had the ball and guys were open. Just trying to make the right play every single time down the court, and we do a really good job of that. And I think that's tonight, like I said, it was in my hands and guys were open, and just try to find them and make the right play every single time.
Jamal, David, just credit for coming into preseason in really good shape. I know it's something you kind of, you just chalked it up. I think you said it media day, longer off season. But like, are you feeling that through 4 preseason games? Like, do you feel like it's helping you in any way?
Yeah.
And what is it allowing you to do?
Just rest gives you time for your body to recuperate. It's really not rocket science. Your body gets rest, gets to recover, and then you go back at it. So nothing crazy. I'm just ready to hoop.
Kind of going off that, your movement looked really fluid tonight. Are you where you want to be at to start the season?
Yeah, I can make some more shots, but I feel pretty good. I'm happy with the team and where we're at. We're gelling really well. We're playing different lineups, and guys are getting used to each other. So I think we're on the right track.
What's been the process like in terms of getting to know some of the new guys and the different styles that play?
I don't really care about them. You know, so no, it's fun. It's cool. Like when you have so many different talented players that are really good guys, and you got to make an effort to really get to know them. It's fun, and so just the team dinners, the traveling, all that stuff. It's all kind of new for everybody. All these relationships, all these convos. So you know, it's good talking to you guys.
Take cutter.
Okay.
10 free throw attempts for you tonight. What do you chalk
Career
it up?
high?
Don't quote me on that.
Might be
But,
close, though. Might be close.
is attacking more an emphasis, or just picking your spots and taking what's presented?
Just take 1%. They cost a $1,000. Just if we're knocking down.
What's a part of your game that you were excited to bring to this year? Like something that you worked on during the summer that you're really hoping to.
Left hand hook shots.
So you took the trip to Jamaica this summer. Is that something you've done before? How many years? Roughly.
3.
Just what are those kind of
3.
experiences do for you in the
Those are
off-season?
kids. Those kids are really bright. They're really vibrant. They want to learn. They put the right energy into the workouts. You know what I'm saying? They don't like giggle off and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see those guys, like those young kids that don't have really a lot of resources, just really want to learn and get better. So all those conversations were really fun. And the camp was really fun because those guys were so focused on it. So it allowed me to be myself and just teach.
And we think of Jamaican sports, obviously a lot of track athletes.
Bobsledding. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool, big Cool Runnings fan. Just what's the basketball culture like there?
It's just, I'd say really new. Really new. They were very proud of the work that they did this summer and last summer. So, they're really excited for the future, and they need all the support they could get. They have the love for the game. They have the kids that want to play. So now they just need the resources and a little bit of love, and I think they can. You'll see more players coming out of Jamaica, going to colleges and stuff like that. So.
You've been working a lot with Val in that second unit. What are some of your early impressions of your guys' chemistry, and what do you appreciate about how he makes your life easier?
It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good once we get acquainted to the pace that we want to play and all that. But he's just a big dude. He sets really good screens. He's hard to get around. He offensive rebounds. He's a great passer. He's a big target. He's got great touch. He's got it all down there. So it's really fun to play with somebody versatile like that off the second unit, and we can kind of keep that same flow between both the units. So I'm sure we can all figure it out. We all can, not just me, but we all can play with him.
Obviously, being big and strong helps, but are there any small things that set apart a good screener from somebody who, doesn't do certain small things? Or is it just
a lot of
big
his,
and strong?
not both. A lot of his timing, the timing of when I'm setting screens, the timing of where I set it and how I set it. But he does a good job just making him rerouting the guy, whichever way he goes. That forces not just my man, but his man to have to account for me as well. So, which will free up him eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're just trying to get used to how we're going to be guarded and all that stuff. But first takes being really good.
I know you watch a lot of UFC. Do you train at all in the off-season, that kind of stuff? What does that do for you?
Cardio. It's a different type of cardio. When you're getting punched in the face and stuff like that, you got to be able to fight or flight. So I think that kind of helps a lot. Something new. And then obviously, the grappling is really fun. Just tripping people, picking them up, and all that stuff. We have a couple guys on the team, coaching staff as well, that did judo and stuff growing up. So just mess around with those guys.
Impressed you about your starters tonight, just sort of the cohesion, the energy from them?
Yeah, I thought the offensively really good all night, really good defensively early, and then that kind of fell off. But we know that they're going to be connected like they always were. And then, Cam's stats don't say it, but just his body movement, it just it mimics what we want to do with all 5 guys. So a lot of good possessions. I thought we missed some good looks, but offensively really good, defensively okay for a while, but has to be sustainable. And when we score that easy, sometimes I think we fall into that just let's get up and down and score, which is fine on certain nights, but not when you're trying to do something special. So a lot of cool stuff as always from them. They're a special group. I mean, just his movement. He's just moving so well right now. It's the stop and go. I mean, everything about being an athlete. He just looks like he's in great shape. I was actually going to run him longer, and a few of the guys longer, but I give them a lot of credit. They look in shape. They're getting up and down, and I don't see any. Okay, we got to force it. Let's play them 32 minutes. So we'll manage that as we go through next week and the next game, trying to get them to that level where they're ready to go in Golden State.
Overall, are you satisfied with where the conditioning's at, like where you wanted it to be last year?
Yeah, because it's better. I'm not Steve Short and those guys, so I don't know what the level is, but it seems better. And I think sometimes, too, there's the attentiveness of what they're trying to accomplish and not just getting through the preseason helps that. And they've been really focused throughout. Jamal stands out to me just because he made it a goal and he put the work in, and it shows the way he's playing. And then Yoke is incredible, man. I don't know. I don't know. Everyone says what they say. He's always in shape, the way he runs the floor and plays. And I've been proud of all the guys. They came back ready.
AG hit this three in the game, like off the dribble shot. His shooting leap, have you ever seen anything like that in your time in the NBA?
You mean that I've coached?
Just so that you've been in the NBA, have you just ever seen anybody take a shooting leap like this, especially kind of later in his career?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the great players do, as they know to get their bodies through seasons. If they're smart, they have to develop their skill set. I mean, one guy that stands out to me is Jason Kidd. He came in the league and triple-double machine that played in the paint, ends his career, I believe, top 5 in three-point makes. So that's such a great example of somebody that was a Hall of Famer anyway, but said, if I'm going to survive, I have to develop this next skill. And I think that's the thing with Aaron is we see the dunks and the explosion, but there's a long game to this. And if he wants to play for a long, long time, he's got to be able to shoot the ball. And right now, it's just so comfortable when he lets it go. So he feels good about it. And sometimes it's not about shooting 1,000 shots a day. It's about how you shoot them, the efficiency you do it at. And it's at a high level right now.
You were carving them up on the interior. Christian made some really great passes early in the pick and roll game, and then it seemed like they went to double big and were really jamming the paint again.
Yeah.
When that happens, are you comfortable right now with how the team is generating threes as a consequence of that? And what I mean by that is just like, if they're going to pack the paint, are you guys prepared to be able to take the amount of threes that might be necessary to counterbalance that?
Yeah, and I mean, we shot 42 the other night. The one thing you have to take into account is we shot 41 free throws tonight. So, the 33 threes, I thought we got really good looks. We had shooters that didn't have great nights, got great looks. But you're exactly right. For us to win certain kinds of games, we have to make the three, 100%. And I think it's getting a lot of guys ball handling responsibilities, puts them in situations where they got to make plays and spray. And tonight I thought we missed a few people in those situations, but that's why I like having a different person bring it up a lot, because I think it will help us in the long run on how to make those plays, those drive and kick situations, how to play when Nikola catches in the short roll or in the pocket. All that stuff is feel. But, yeah, we have to mix and match. And then I'm not stupid. There'll be certain nights we have 70 in the paint, and it's like, take what they give you.
You guys played Spencer Jones, I think, at the 5 a little bit tonight.
Mm-hmm.
How do you envision, balancing, trying things like that in a long season where you're also trying to chase a higher seed?
Yeah, that's the ultimate problem right there. But I think you have to be okay with trying things for 3 minutes. And that's the thing about being a professional athlete, talking to those guys in there. If we throw you in the game for whatever reason, don't think about why you're going in the game. Just go play as hard as you can. We'll let you know if it worked. Spencer's a guy that can guard every position. It's been on showcase here in the preseason, but he's still getting used to playing with the other guys, and they're getting used to playing with him. And I don't know if Spence will be an every night guy. I have no idea. I just know that he has a very special ability of putting his body on people and keeping them in front. So, I like trying him at the 5, and that also allows me to see who I want to compliment if we do go small like that. If it's Peyton at the 5 or whatever, Zeke or whoever. What's the best lineup to have around those guys to complement the offense, not just the defense?
How are you feeling about Jonas and Cole out there at the same time?
That's going to be a process. I'm not going to shy away from it. I think it can work. There's been really good moments and very confusing moments. I mean, I went ultra big with Aaron at the 3 just to see it. And I think no one understands this, but it's not like we're practicing for 14 hours a day. So we're not an NFL team that gets 6 days to script plays and put these different combinations out there. Like you got to let them go do it and see what happens. And you can't freak out if it's ugly. So there were some good things, some bad things in those 2 games. And as the year goes on, if we see opportunities where it makes sense to play those guys together and we have more time to implement a package for the 2 that when they're out there offensively, I'm definitely going to do it.
What else do you want to accomplish this
Health. Yeah, we've gotten great effort and a sustained mentality. That's all you're looking for in this thing with guys coming back that have been around this so many years of preseason. So, yeah, I just want to get guys to the finish line the right way and get this thing going, and then you really find out who you are.
One more. You see the Celtics assistant coaches took on the Celtics media.
I did see that, yeah.
So, how do you suppose we would do in that situation?
No comment. I don't know, man. I got a lot of former NBA players on my staff, but no, that would be interesting. It'd be fun. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'd do okay.